Zorn's Dungeon is the first role-playing game to be played through the YouTube live stream chat. You're not just watching the game anymore, your character is involved in the action. Spawn a level 0 character, throw them into the Bloodcage, and watch them fight for their lives. Death is permanent, but survivors can reach level 1 for even greater adventure as the game develops. Here's how to play in under 5 minutes. Step 1. Spawn your character. To play, just type bang spawn, that's ! spawn, in the YouTube live stream chat anytime Zorn's Dungeon is being played live. The game instantly rolls a level 0 character with 3d6 stats straight down the line. There's also a 1 in 6 chance of rolling a random demi-human. Your starting HP determines your destiny. Low health means wizards and thieves, while high health means you get to be a fighter, paladin, or barbarian. Every character's linked to your YouTube username, so you know which is yours, and we know who's playing. Each character also gets a unique ID or dog tag. You can also see which characters belong to rare professions or have particularly exceptional stats. Remember, level 0 is brutal, so spawn multiple characters to have backups ready. But be aware there's a 30-second global cooldown on the bang spawn command. If you don't get in on your first try, just try again. The chatbot will confirm what characters are created in the live stream chat. Step 2. The draft. Newly spawned characters enter the tavern. The only way out for a level 0 character is to be drafted into a 12-person party for the Bloodcage. When it's time to assemble a party, the system drafts in this priority. 1. Super VIPs, which the Game Master reserves for special guests or situations. 2. VIPs. Channel members get free VIP status once a month, and anyone can send in super chats to make one of their characters a VIP. Super chats with a specific dog tag attached guarantee that character will receive VIP status. Otherwise, the system will choose one of your characters at random. Gifting memberships also gets you and the person gifted a VIP character. 3. Active chatters. If you've commented in the live stream chat within the last hour, you get priority right behind VIPs. So if you're watching, participate in the chat to make it more likely that your character will get in on the fight. 4. The general pool. If there are still draft spaces left, then they're open to anyone else in the tavern. Yes, even if you're offline, your tavern characters are at risk and may be drafted. Note that the draft prioritizes having as many different players as possible in the party, so you usually won't have 2 of your own characters in the same cage. Step 3. Into the Bloodcage. Once the party forms, the doors open, monsters spawn, and the auto battle begins. You get to sit back and watch the bloody drama unfold. As the cage takes damage and the blood bar fills, Zorn might intervene. At 33% health loss, he might order his goblin archers to loose a volley into the heroes, or later drop a Gorestrider behind your lines if you're having too easy a time. And for the crunch lovers, combat, movement, spells, and all other rules are handled by the Hacked Edge game system, our custom rule set based on old school essentials. Step 4. Triage and leveling. When the dust settles, surviving PCs are hauled up to the winch room. If a character was knocked unconscious, they only survive if they have teammates still standing at the end. Otherwise, the monsters put them to the sword. Survivors earn a blood drop next to their name to indicate they lived through the ordeal. Once in the winch room, goblin medics attempt to heal individual wounds, restoring 1 HP per wound per success. Then the fairy checks HP. Anyone with enough HP to reach level 1 gets promoted, receives their class, and gets a free, full restoration of HP and spells. This is the only free magical healing in the game. Level 1 characters also earn the right to have a name. Type bang name dog tag new name in the chat to name them, or rename them on zornsdungeon.com. Step 5. Rest and return. Finally, characters are sorted to their next location. First, all dead characters are sent to the graveyard. It's their final resting place. Those characters who are still wounded are sent to the infirmary. There, wounds and spells heal in real time according to the Hacked Edge rules, meaning severe injuries may take several actual 24-hour days to recover. To keep playing, bang spawn more characters to have them ready to go. Healthy characters are sent to the stable to safely rest. They have earned their reprieve. Want to send a character back into the action and perhaps earn a second blood drop? Just move the character you want from the stable back to the tavern. You can do this at zornsdungeon.com or by typing bang T for tavern plus the dog tag of the character you want to move in the chat. You can check rosters, locations, and all of our leaderboards, tracking boss kills, maximum damage, highest XP, anytime at zornsdungeon.com/tavern. Alright, that's all you need to know to get playing Zorn's Dungeon on the live stream. Get your bang spawn ready, and we'll see you in the cage. Oh, hey, good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. I just realized I actually had not started the command to start our servers. So let me do that right now. I was sitting here. I am thrilled about tonight. I am getting ready. Man, I am extremely happy about tonight. Go live. Okay, now my command is going. We should be getting some servers going right now. Okay, so now I've got to do that. How is everybody doing? Like I said, I am feeling great. I am extremely happy about tonight. Man, I just feel like life has been going so well. It's been turned around over the last few days. I really just hope that it's going really well for you guys as well. Let me see. I need to adjust a couple of my windows because I was over here singing while this was going on, and I forgot to actually start the servers. Okay, so now the servers are started. Now we are going. Welcome, everybody. I am so happy to be here tonight. I am so happy to be here. I hope that you are too. All right, now I am set up. All right, we are welcome and ready to go. We are ready. So how is everybody tonight? I have been working on several things over the past couple of days, but they are not ready yet. I am working on a new Zorn's Dungeon trailer that specifically focuses on the combat commands. Oh, Sable Phoenix just sent in a buff. I just saw $4 for Victor Argyle. Thank you very much, Sable. I just saw that come in. Thank you very much, Sable. Yes, Victor Argyle has now been VIP'd. Thank you. Okay, so let's see. I have been working on a new how to play trailer that includes all of the combat commands. It's not ready yet, but I was working on that for several hours this afternoon, but it's not ready to go yet. I was working on that. Well, basically that's what I was working on, but it's not ready to go yet. But what we're expecting to go, but there have been like 40,000 people who've watched the Zorn's Dungeon trailer, but they were obviously not here. How many of those 40,000 watchers would like to come in? So I'm going to start a new advertisement when I finish that trailer to try to get some people who might like to come in here. So that's what I'm doing. But so I was cutting a new trailer, but we're not done yet. Ben says, hit like, everyone. Please do. Yes. Let's see right here. Let me turn this down. Let's go over here. Let's go to share. And we'll go ahead and open this up. There we go. Yes. Okay, there we go. We are up. Okay, so right now at the moment in the Last Resort Tavern, some people are asking me, I saw in the comments section, someone asked me, it may have been Ben who asked me, like, who is Zorn? I still have got to make that video. I've not been able to make the lore video about Zorn yet. But Zorn is a goblin sorcerer. Zorn is a goblin sorcerer who has a fortress at the end of what you might call the World's Edge Mountains, the mountains at the end of the world. He has this fortress there. And anyone... And he has several things at this fortress, including the Last Resort Tavern, which you are looking at right now. The Last Resort Tavern, which you're looking at right now. Anyone in all the world, no matter how poor, how destitute, how downtrodden, it does not matter. You can come to the Last Resort Tavern at Zorn's Fortress, and you will be taken in. You will be able to eat. You'll be able to drink. You'll be able to rest. You'll be taken in. It does not matter if you cannot pay. No pay is requested. No pay is requested. You come here and you are taken in as you are fed and rested. However, once you have dined at the Last Resort Tavern, the tavern at Zorn's fortress, You cannot leave until you have fought in his blood cage. There's no payment expected. There's no payment respected. No coin will be taken from you. You will be provided with food, drink, sustenance, rest, no problem. But in order to leave, you must fight in the blood cage. That's what Zorn's dungeon is. If you survive Zorn's dungeon, Zorn provides you with medical care, basic medical care, tier 1 medical care in his infirmary. And you also have the ability to stay in his common room in the inn that is called the stable for free. Well, right, yes, not Thomas says, right. Theoretically, a homeless guy could just show up there, and as long as he's not randomly drawn, he just can't leave the tavern, right, yes. But he'll eventually be drawn. But those who have fought get medical care, basic, tier 1, basic medical care in the infirmary, and then also may find refuge in the common room of the stable. The stable is what we call the inn, where you can live. All right. The purpose in which you are going, well, that is unknown. That is unknown at the present time. What are Zorn's ultimate designs? Well, we don't know right now. But Zorn's Tavern does have bathrooms and it doesn't have a bedroom, but it has a bathroom. All right. Okay, everybody. Yeah, so here we are in the Last Resort Tavern, looking at everybody who is in the Last Resort Tavern. We have 14 likes here. We have 14 likes. We have 18 people who are watching. If you are watching this channel, hey, hit bang spawn. That's up there at the top, exclamation point spawn, and you'll get to go ahead and play in the game immediately. Hit exclamation point spawn. You will spawn and be able to play. But even if for some reason you don't want to play, which I have no idea why that would ever be, you can go ahead and hit like on this stream, because if we get to 25 likes, then everybody who's in the tavern gets +1 temporary hit point. And if you watch this game before, every hit point matters. So +1 temporary hit point to everyone in the tavern is huge. So if you are watching this stream, we according to what I see, I got 16 of 25. I got 18 people watching, which is really good. That means 2 of you have not hit the like button. All right, let's see. We got Beswick. Beswick is a VIP, Sore Elf Minstrel. Ben Davignon, I give you the stab. Okay, so that is a level 1 fighter. And Sable Phoenix, Sir Victor Argyle. All of those will be VIPs and will be going in. We have 11 people who are present but have not yet fought. Okay, remember, if you're here, hit, say something in the chat, because the bots are watching the chat. And that's how we know if you're here and you're ready to fight. Everybody who is here will fight within 35, or presence is determined if you have said something within 35 minutes. So if you are here and you're watching and you have characters in the tavern, then say something. Say hi, like Kyle just did, to let us know, let the tavern know, the tavern keeper know that you are actually here and ready to fight. All right, let's go. Robert says, put me in, coach. Let's go. All right, let's fight. Let's fight. We will do the gifts of the fairy later. Okay, super VIPs. There are none right now, because those are at my discretion. If I need to put in a guest or something like that. VIPs, those are done by Super Chat, or anybody who goes into zornsdungeon.com, log into zornsdungeon.com, anyone who logs into zornsdungeon.com for the first time with their YouTube handle, Google address, and also YouTube handle they're playing by, you will get enough iron coins to do a VIP for free. All right, so that's an advantage. Log into zornsdungeon.com, you get a free VIP. If you are new to the cage, you'll be next. If you've never fought, you'll be ahead of everybody but the VIPs. Then we will go to everyone who is present but not yet fought tonight. Presence, like I said, defined within 35 minutes. Have you said something within 35 minutes? Then we will go to everyone who is present but has fought. Everyone who is present but fought 2 times will be behind anyone who is present but fought 1 time, etc. Okay. Let's draft the party. Here we go. Beswick, Soar Elf Minstrel, level 0, uncommon, you are in. Ben, I give you a stab, level 1 fighter, you are in. Sable Phoenix, Sir Victor Argyle, who happens to be a VIP. We've got to get Victor Argyle out of here, VIP on July 27th. And then also a victor of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blood cages. Sir Victor Argyle, we got out of there. Sir Victor Argyle is actually fully buffed, I see. Fully buffed with +2 temporary hit points, +1 damage, +2 saving throws. The Vulgar Unicorn, Friar Duck, level 1 cleric, you are in. Not Thomas, an excommunicated halfling burglar's apprentice, level 0, uncommon. By the way, you'll notice that some people's names are in blue. And they also, those people whose names are in blue, but then they also will have this particular buff enabled. This is the Fairy's Blessing that gives them +1 temporary hit point. The Blessing of the Fairy for +1 temporary hit points lasts for 24 hours. We did get it last night. We did get to it last night, which means that some of the characters who were in the tavern have some leftover Fairy Blessing from last night. Robert J. Romano, a Stiff City Guard, level 1 fighter, 7 HP. Swanzo, we're going to be fighting in about 1 minute right now. Swanzo Thief. Okay, level 1 Thief. Brianna, a Warped Locksmith's Apprentice, level 0. Uncommon. Dave, a Jittery Burglar. Courtney, Bongaroo Bay Biscuits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Victor of 8. We got to get Bongaroo Bay Biscuits out of there. A rare character, one and only 354 spawns, who is well starred. So we got to get Victor Argyle out of there, as well as Bongaroo Bay Biscuits, an overconfident Temple Initiate level 0. And Mrs. Dave has a reluctant Torchbearer level 0 in there. Okay, Sable was asking about the odds maker. The odds maker says that there are lots of people who have pretty good chances of getting out of here. We have 12 characters in the party. 6 of them are level 0. 6 of them are level 1. So we have an average level of 0.5. Total HP 63. Very, very respectable. Average HP 5. Ben, I'll give you a stab. 82% chance of getting out. Sable Phoenix, 94% chance of getting out. Great odds. Let's see. If Not Thomas, 83% chance of getting out. Robert, 86% chance of getting out. Bongaroo Bay Biscuits, 90% chance of getting out. Tabletop Scholar, 86% chance of getting out. But hey, once the blood cage actually fills, anything can happen. So we will see. And also, your commands will change the odds. If you play well, you are more likely to get coppers at the end of this game, and also more likely to survive. So let's go to the blood cage. Blood cage. If you are new here, bang AOA. You do not have to give any command to your character. Your character will fight regardless at balanced offense, defense, and movement. If you want to change that, you can do that in the following way. Yes, I agree, Sable Phoenix. People are getting better at their commands now. I have noticed that, and I really like that. And by the way, the coppers that you give, the coppers that are given out actually reward quality play with your commands, right? And so now I've noticed, and that's absolutely true, as Sable is pointing out, people are understanding the commands better. If you're new here, it's no problem. I mean, no problem. Just learn, play, just play, just play. That's all you got to do. But I have noticed the people who have been here for a few different games are now actually starting to play better. And I think that's excellent. And also, I think really important from like the ability to, in the future, I want to do like tournaments or something like that, that now this is no longer become just random, because people are actually recognizing there is better play. If you're new here, just play. Just play. It's not important. Just play. But it is interesting that the longer you are here, actually the better people play. And that is interesting. So I think that's really good. But don't worry about it. If you're new here, don't worry about playing optimally. Don't worry about it. Just play, and you will learn. So combat commands, as I was saying, you automatically play with balanced offense, defense, and movement. But if you prefer, you can send in a command through the YouTube live stream of Bang AOA. That is an all-out attack. That will increase your attack power, but your shield and dodge are useless. AOA still does respect engagement lock and also zone of control, I would say, from the enemy. Optionally, you may add coordinates to move to that location first. Or if a monster is standing in the square of the locations that you give, that monster will become your target. For instance, if you go bang AOA space D4, you will move to D4 if D4 is unoccupied, or if D4 is occupied by a monster, the monster at D4 will become your target. Bang move. Bang move does require coordinates because it is a move command. Moves your character to the coordinates and persists until arrival, meaning that command persists until you arrive at that location. The character still gets its action as normal each turn. AOD, all-out defense, sacrifices movement and attacks for additional defense. Bang hold the line. Characters will not move but will attack monsters in range. If no action is taken and the character is later attacked, you will be treated as if you were on AOD. Bang run is retreat. That improves the chances of breaking an enemy's engagement lock. But if the break fails, you will defend as if you were on AOD and will try to run again next time. Optionally, you may add coordinates, so like bang run space A1 to move to a particular location. Bang fight as default. Bang fight will cancel all previous orders to return the character to autoplay mode. Optionally, you may add coordinates, and your character will move to that location if the square is empty, or will attack a monster on that square until it is dead. For example, bang fight D4. That's either move to D4, or if there's a monster in D4, fight the monster in D4. You can issue as many orders as you like. You will accept the last order given and execute it at the start of the next turn. However, and orders will you will only execute it at the start of your turn. However, orders stand until you are giving a new one. Let's open the cage. Yes, you can aim ranged attacks now. Yes, just as Sable was saying. Yes, you can aim ranged attacks. Sable was explaining correctly. All right, we are 12 PCs to 15 monsters, 2 White Apes. Not Thomas says, odd question, but do you plan on one day in the far future to release Zorn's Dungeon as a full game to streamers to play with their chats? That's complicated. That's complicated because that's an excellent question. It's complicated because all of the technology is basically wired to my channel. In principle, I don't have a problem with that. But I can't just give this tech as it stands right now to somebody else to run on their channel, because that's one of the things to do. Like, hey, whoever big YouTube streamer you are, would you like to run a game on your channel? Well, here you go. But actually, everything about this game is actually deeply wired to my gaming channel, to my YouTube channel. So I can't just in any way easily hand it off to somebody else. I have been asking people who have YouTube channels if they would like to come to my channel, guest host a game with me and play it on my channel. That's probably more realistic than trying to repack it. It would be a huge deal. It would be a huge deal to try to repackage it to send to somebody else's channel. Right now, this tech works on my channel. It's all hooked up to work on my channel. But that's a fantastic question, not Thomas. All right, everybody is in. All right, so we are 12 PCs to 15 monsters. Sable Phoenix, Sir Victor Argyle, Frontline, Courtney, and we are accepting combat commands now. We are on the map tokens are on the map, so we are accepting combat commands. Sable Phoenix, Sir Victor Argyle, Frontline. Courtney, Bongaroo Bay Biscuits, first line, Tabletop Scholar, Overconfident Temple Initiate, front line. Robert J. Romano of Stiff City Guard, front line. Fighter Types Despair, Mrs. Dave, a Reluctant Torchbearer, second line. Ben Davignon, I Give You a Stab, second line. Beswick, a Sore Elf Minstrel, second line. Dave, a jittery burglar, second line. Third line, Swanzo, who made it out last time. Brianna, a warped locksmith's apprentice, third line. Not Thomas, an excommunicated halfling burglar's apprentice, third line. A vulgar unicorn friar duck, third line. All right, 12 PCs, 15 monsters, 2 white apes. And by the way, I started making some new monsters today, but we didn't get them all. So they're not in yet, but I started making some more. All right, let's start the fight. Here we go. Here's to everyone. Friar Duck is going first. Looking at goblin number 4, 1 point of damage on goblin number 4 of Friar Duck. Sir Victor Argyle goes in ME2 order. Goes toward this goblin over here. Sir Victor Argyle, 8 points of damage with a short spear into goblin number 1. Goblin falls with a final thud. All right, Bongaroo Bay Biscuits accepts an AOD order. Bongaroo's going AOD. Okay, so now Cave Imp moves toward Sir Victor Argyle. Evaded. Nice job, Sable. Evaded right there. Sir Victor Argyle evades the attack right there. Cave Imp probably also going to Victor. Yes, Cave Imp going to Victor in the flank. Victor Argyle's the strike with footwork, no damage, 1 stamina spent only. Okay. So now, come on. We need some draws. No, Gremlin. Gremlin also looking at Victor Argyle. He's coming from way downtown, not able to make it, but came down looking at him. Now, Goblin goes to Friar Duck. Friar Duck takes 4 damage, 2 turned aside, 2 taken as injury, minor piercing wound. Not Thomas says are there new foes? There are no new foes right now, but I am making some new foes in order to complete what I want there to be for the Bloodcage. Jittery Burglar, Dave Thomas goes into Cave Imp number 3 and drops him. Nice job. So there will be new foes soon. I'm working on them. Stiff City Guard, Robert accepts a fight order. So Robert goes fight into Goblin number 2 with a halberd. 14 points of damage, a catastrophic slashing wound. Nice job, Robert. Goblin number 2, dies. All right, let's see here. Warped Locksmith's Apprentice targets Goblin. Let's see, Warped Locksmith's Apprentice comes up, 2 points of damage. We needed a little more, Brianna, but okay. Little more, but we need it. All right, that works. Excommunicated Halfling, this is not Thomas, moving toward a Goblin here. No, not going to be able to get there. Okay, Ben Davignon goes AOD, so stays exactly where he is. White Ape now targets Victor Argyle. Victor Argyle takes a boulder from White Ape. Protective Ward drinks it up. 1 temporary hit point spent, no wound. Mrs. Dave goes AOD. We got lots of fighters going all-out defense way in zone number 1. Hanging back. Okay, yes, the Sable says fighters need to get to the front line, but they are hanging out on AOD. Ratkin Mongrel came in. Goblin targets Warped Logsmith's Apprentice. Goblin comes into Brianna. 4 points of damage, 2 turned aside, 2 taken as damage. The Warped Locksmith's Apprentice with a long knife. The Goblin dropped with a crude spear. Tabletop Scholars going AOA. Tabletop Scholar, this is the overconfident Templar's Initiate going AOA into Goblin number 3. 8 points of damage, tremendous piercing wound. Okay, Goblin Runt. Goblin Runt moves toward Overconfident Temple Initiate. 2 points of damage, 1 turned aside, 1 taken as injury right there. We are 11 PCs to 11 monsters. Cave Imp targeting the Overconfident Temple Initiate of the Tabletop Scholar. Only 1 point of damage. Okay, nice job, Tabletop Scholar. Nice job.
Gremlin targets Stiff City Guard. Gremlin comes up, kind of breaking our line right here. Stiff City Guard is slammed for 1 point of damage, minor slashing wound. White Ape moving towards Stiff City Guard. Is he breaking a throw? Yes, he's throwing a boulder. Evaded. Robert, a Stiff City Guard, evades White Ape number 2. Cave Imp targets Victor Argyle. Cave Imp coming into Victor Argyle's rear from behind. Oh, 2 points of damage. Okay, that could have been much worse. 1 taking his injury, a minor slashing wound. All right, come on, everybody. Let's get up there and let's go fight. Swanzo targets a Gremlin. Swanzo, Gremlin number 3. 8 points of damage. Nice job, Swanzo. I know you made it out unconscious last time. Swanzo puts down Gremlin number 3. Sore Elf Minstrel Beswick looking at White Ape. Looking at White Ape, throwing a fire bolt at the White Ape into White Ape number 2. White Ape is burned for 3 points of damage. Moderate fire wound right there. Nice job, Beswick. Gremlin targets Jittery Burglar. Can he get there? No, not going to be able to get there, but came in anyway. Look, going to round 2, initiative deck reshuffles. Friar Duck goes to a Vulgar Unicorn. Friar Duck goes into Goblin number 4, 3 points of damage, a moderate bludgeoning wound. Put down. Nice job, Friar Duck. You put down Gremlin number 4. Nice job. Gremlin now targeting Victor Argyle. In Victor Argyle's flank, slashing point of 1 point of damage, minor slashing wound only. Okay, Victor Argyle, Sable Phoenix returning to that Gremlin. Put him down, Victor Argyle. 9 points of damage, grievous piercing wound. Victor Argyle puts down Gremlin number 1. Nice job. 11 PCs to 8 monsters. We have Jittery Burglar. This is Dave going M to M5. Move to E5. What was that? I don't know. D5. Anyway, Jittery Burglar comes into Cave Imp in the flank. Only 1 point of bludgeoning damage. All right, Goblin Runt targets an overconfident Temple Initiate coming into the Tabletop Scholar. 1 point of damage only. That could have been much worse. A minor piercing wound. Zorn readies the archers. A volley may be incoming from the Goblin archers that are atop the Bloodcage. We will see. Ratkin Mongrel targets Stiff City Guard. Ratkin Mongrel comes into Stiff City Guard. That's evaded. Nice job, Robert Romano. Nice job, evaded. No damage. Excommunicated Halfling, not Thomas, targets White Ape. Underdog coming into the White Ape. White Ape suffers 4 points of damage, a moderate slashing wound with Not Thomas's dagger. Not dead yet. Cave Imp goes into the Jittery Burglar this time. 1 temporary hit point spent only. Okay. Now, Bongaroo Bay Biscuits. Courtney goes fight. Going to a fight order, looking at Goblin Runt. Bongaroo deciding to get into action, going into the flank of the Goblin Runt. 7 points of damage with a halberd. The piercing end of a halberd puts it down. Very nice. Arrow Storm, 6 arrows. There will be 6 arrows coming in from atop the Bloodcage from the Goblin Archers. Bongaroo Bay Biscuits takes no damage, 1 stamina spent only. Reluctant Torchbearer takes 2 damage, 1 turned aside, 1 taken as injury. I give you a stab. 3 points of damage, moderate piercing wound. Overconfident Temple Initiate. 4 points of damage, moderate piercing wound. Oh no, Tabletop Scholar. Oh, you have fallen. Oh my God, the overconfident Temple Initiate of the Tabletop Scholar has fallen. You are out. Sir Victor Argyle, you got to take an arrow. 2 points of damage, minor piercing wound. Excommunicated Halfling Burglar's Apprentice. Goes through, no wound, 2 stamina spent only. Let's see, what are we looking at right now? We are looking at 10 PCs up to 7 monsters. 10 PCs to 7 monsters. Let's put them down. Robert goes into Ratkin Mongrel. This is Robert's Stiff City Guard, 5 points of damage. Nice job, Robert. Puts down Ratkin Mongrel. We are now 10 PCs to 6 monsters. Reluctant Torchbearer is going AOA. We got an AOA on the Reluctant Torchbearer of Mrs. Dave. Looking down here at Cave Imp, charges down, puts a dagger into the Cave Imp, opens it up for 5 points of damage. Very nice, Reluctant Torchbearer, Mrs. Dave, puts down Cave Imp number 4. Nicely done. I give you a stab. Ben goes on fight, but Ben is going on a fight order. Looking at White Ape. Is he going to get caught up? No, he can get to White Ape. I give you a stab, comes in on the White Ape. 4 points of damage. Very nicely done, Ben. Ben cuts down White Ape number 2. We got 10 PCs to 4 monsters. Swanzo looking at Cave Imp right here. Swanzo is slammed for 2 points of damage, minor bludgeoning wound. That lands clean. A Cave Imp legs buckle and is over. Okay, Gremlin back here. Gremlin looking at Ben's. I give you a stab. 1 point of damage. That could be much worse. Gremlin comes in with 1 point of damage with the jagged knife. Okay, Beswick. This is a Sore Elf Minstrel going move to D6. Now looking at a Gremlin. Gremlin shooting a firebolt at the Gremlin. 3 points of damage, moderate fire wound. Death claims the Gremlin. Nice job. Put down the Gremlin. A Sore Elf Minstrel put down the Gremlin. Portcullis, Ratkin Abomination, and 2 Ratkin Gore children are coming in behind us. We are now 10 PCs to 8 monsters. Ratkin Abomination comes up to the Jittery Burglar of Dave No F's. Major slashing wound. The life leaves the Jittering Burglar in an instant. That put down Dave. I am sorry, Jittery Burglar, you have been put down. Ratkin Gorechild now moves toward Reluctant Torchbearer of Mrs. Dave. 2 points of damage. Can you save Mrs. Dave? No. No. We are now 8 PCs to 5. Ratkin Gorechild, a Sore Elf Minstrel, takes 2 points of damage. 1 turned aside, 1 taken as injury. All right, Cave Imp. Now it's Cave Imp going into Victor Argyle. Deflected. Nice job, Victor Argyle. Nice job. Nice job. Victor Argyle deflects that attack. Deflects that attack. All right, we have a White Ape now looking at the Stiff City Guard, intercepted by Ben. White Ape comes into Ben. This could be bad. Fish, brutal critical, hammered for 9 points of damage, a grievous bludgeoning wound. Yikes, I give you a stab. Falls. F in the chat. We've just lost a level 1 character. Ben's level 1 fighter. I am sorry, Ben. I give you a stab. Level 1 fighter, you have fallen. I am sorry. Round 3, initiative deck reshuffles. So, Ratkin Gorechild is going to be up first, going into Bongaroo Bay Biscuits. Comes in 4 points of damage, moderate slashing wound to Bongaroo Bay Biscuits. Not Thomas going fight. Where's Not Thomas going? We're going to see. Goes to White Ape. Not a bad choice. Underdog Not Thomas comes into White Ape number 1. 4 points of damage with a dagger. White Ape is now a 4 of 8. Not a bad hit right there. Ratkin Abomination now looking at the Stiff City Guard of Robert. Robert is going to take some damage here. 4 points of damage, moderate slashing wound. Robert is 2 of 7. Robert is at 2 of 7. Stiff City Guard goes AOA. Okay, Robert is going AOA. Probably going to attack the guy. Yes, he's engagement locked right here. Comes in. Ratkin Abomination cut for 8 points of damage. A tremendous slashing wound. knocked to the floor. Ratkin Abomination still alive. Cave Imp targets Victor Argyle. Evaded. Nice job. Sable Phoenix evades the attack of Cave Imp number 2. Very nicely done. Bongaroo Bay Biscuits going move to G3. All right, wants a G3 order, but I believe is engaged in melee with Ratkin Gorechild, so that's the override. Bongaroo comes in and puts 6-point slashing wound on Ratkin Gorechild, who was already engaged with. So put that down. Friar Duck goes AOA. Looking at an AOA order right here. Looking at that White Ape up there. So Friar Duck is coming into the White Ape. 4 points of damage. Nice job. White Ape lets out a final snarl and falls. Friar Duck of the Vulgar Unicorn has put down a White Ape. Not bad at all. We are 7 PCs to 3 monsters. Sable Phoenix is going to fight to D3. Sir Victor Argyle comes up to fight to D3. Critical strike. The opening is punished. Ratkin Abomination takes 12 points of damage. 12 points of damage. Fell-handed. Victor Argyle gets fell-handed. Has killed 3 in a row. Swanzo looks at Cave Imp. Cave Imp is slammed for 11 points of damage. Catastrophic bludgeoning wound. Swanzo puts down Cave Imp. Blood pools beneath. Nice job. And Swanzo gets fell-handed. Swanzo has killed 3 in a row. 7 PCs to 1 monster. Let's see. Beswick goes to 3 points of damage to Ratkin Gorechild. Ratkin Gorechild is still up. Sore Elf Minstrel Beswick gets out of here. Ratkin Gorechild looking at Robert, who is on an AOA. Stiff City Guard slashed for 3 points of damage. Moderate slashing wound. The Stiff City Guard sways on their feet, drenched in their own blood, but still fighting. Robert, you are still up. Round 4, initiative deck reshuffles. Victor Argyle is going AOA. Get down there and kill that Gorechild. Victor Argyle is going AOA. Looking at that Ratkin Gorechild, Victor Argyle goes to Ratkin Gorechild. 9 points of damage, puts him down. The Ratkin Gorechild goes down permanently. That is fight number 1 of 4 tonight. Fight number 1 of 4 tonight. Victory. 6 Sable Phoenix, Sir Victor Argyle gets Bloodcage MVP on a rampage. 4 kills and 2 perfect defenses. Sable Phoenix, Sir Victor Argyle gets an MVP. Very nice job. 16 XP to everyone who survived that cage. 5 fell, 8 XP each. The 5 who fell get XP each. Crowd throws coppers to their favorites. Sir Victor Argyle, 85 coppers. Bongaroo Bay Biscuits, 56. Friar Duck, 30. Swanzo, 26. Sore Elf Minstrel, 22. And Excommunicated Halfling Burglar, 20. For a total of 239 coppers thrown to the cage. We're going to get things for you to buy with those soon. We're distributing some change to you right now. Then you can go buy stuff later, but we're distributing coppers right now. Winch room. Let's go to the winch room. Everybody coming up from the winch room. If you survived, you get a blood drop. Let's deploy the Goblin Medics. Bongaroo, no help. Stiff City Guard. Robert, a little bit of help there, right there. A little bit of help right there. A little more help right there. We're rolling per wound. Victor Argyle, no help right there. A little help on the next wound. Okay. Let's see. Friar Duck, +1 HP. Anybody in need of a promotion? Yes. Sore Elf Minstrel Beswick, level 1 elf. You made it. Level 1 elf. Nice job. Fairy's Blessing. The wounds wash all of the fairy washes all of your wounds away. Excommunicated Halfling Burglar's Apprentice, not Thomas. Halfling level 1. Nice job. You made it. Let's sort and dismiss. Sir Victor Argyle and his friends go celebrate in the winch room. You go celebrate in the winch room. Nice job. Let's sort and dismiss. We have 24, or there are more now. Yeah, 24 characters in the infirmary. If you are level 1 or above and wounded, you go to the infirmary for healing. Otherwise, you go to the stable. We have 317 characters in the stable. If you have characters in the stable and you want them to fight, hit bang T all. Just like I'm showing right there, that will move all of your characters from the stable to the tavern. Bang T all, like I just got this report right here. If you want to move the other way, go bang S all. That is moving your characters from the tavern to the stable. They will not fight if they are in the stable. Bang S space all moves people to the stable. Remember that if you have level 0 characters, they cannot fight, or they cannot move until they have fought in the Bloodcage. So if you have multiple characters and you go bang S all, they're like, hey, all my characters didn't move. Well, it's probably because they were level 0 characters, and the system enforces that level 0 characters cannot move. All right, so Beswick is a blistering halfling farmer, is a VIP. Okay, so Beswick is going to be in. Present but fought 0 times. We have Echo, Charles, Kyle, Brad. Okay, so that's 5. Then we'll be drawing from anyone who is present but fought 1 time. All right, this seems to be working. Hey, we have 17 likes on this page so far, or on this stream. We'll do the fairies gifts after the second fight. We'll do one more fight, then we will do the fairies gifts. So, but hey, we have 17 likes on the stream. If you are watching and you want to play, hit bang spawn, exclamation point spawn. That's up there at the top of the screen. Hit that, and then you get to play. Hey, if you're watching, why wouldn't you want to play? But I do realize that some people want to watch for a little bit before they start playing. That's perfectly fine. In which case, you should go ahead and hit like on the stream, because once we get 25 likes, everybody in the tavern gets +1 temporary hit point. And as you've just been seeing, everybody needs every single hit point they can possibly get. So even if you don't want to play yet, even if you're not confident enough to hit bang spawn, which I understand, that's fine, go ahead and hit the like button, and it'll help everybody out. It will help everybody out. We got 17 of 25 likes. So please do. All right, Beswick, Not Thomas has also done a VIP. Not Thomas, an orphan human child, has gone VIP. Okay. Let's go ahead and play. I think it's time to play. I'm going to take a drink here. All right, in the holding cell. VIPs will go first. Then anybody who's new to the cage, who's never fought before, will go in. Then anybody who is present, and present is defined as have you spoken, have you said something, have you sent a chat into the YouTube chat within the last 35 minutes. That's what present means. If you have spoken in the chat within the last 35 minutes but not yet fought, you will be in next. Then anybody who is present but who has fought in the order of the ascending number of times that they have fought. So if you have fought once, you will be ahead of people who have fought 2 times. If you fought 2 times, you'll be ahead of people who fought 3 times. And then everybody else. There are priority for channel members. That's an advantage to being a channel member. Channel members, if you are a warrior of the Geekverse, you can have 4 active members. Everybody can have 2 active characters for free. Everybody can have 2 active characters for free. Otherwise, join the channel if you want to have 4 active characters, and then also at the Warrior of the Geekverse level, not only do you get 4 active characters, but that once a month you get priority over anybody else to fight when that would actually matter. Let's go. Let's draft the party. Blistered Halfling Farmer, level 0, uncommon, you are in. Not Thomas, an orphan human child, an orphan, it's quite a name. An orphan human child disguised as a halfling who is level 1, not Thomas. Brad Henry. Oh my God, Brad Henry is in. I didn't notice that. Brad Henry. Brad Henry is unequivocally the living hero right now. Absolutely. Brad Henry has. Let's look at all these. He is number 1 in fell handed. He is number 2 in best defense. He is number 3 in best kills. He is number 3 in most damage dealt. And he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 MVPs, as well as having been the victor, the veteran of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blood cages. That is huge. Meat Shield, the level 1 paladin, is here. That is huge. That is absolutely huge. So if you want, we will fight in about 1 minute and 20 seconds. If you want to buff someone, you can buff them with a super chat. Send in a super chat. $1.99 buffs you for +2 temporary hit points. The next super chat buffs you for +1 damage. Next $1.99 buffs you for +2 saving throws. You do not have to be in the cage to send in a super chat. If you would like to buff somebody else as a gift, you are welcome to do that. Just send in the super chat. Put in the dog tag. Like this up here is the dog tag right here. If you want to give somebody a gift, you can send in a super chat with the dog tag to give them a gift. Okay, moving on. Echo, a malnourished friar, you are in level 0. Charles, an overzealous flagellant, level 0. Kyle, a fidgety cartographer's assistant, level 0. Courtney, very nicely. Courtney does not have accolades to her name other than victor of an extreme number of blood cages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Courtney has been the victor very nicely of 7 blood cages. That is also huge. We have got to get Courtney out of here. Brianna, an anxious town militia, level 0. Swanzo, a ragged merchant's guard. The tabletop scholar, a stiff sexton. Mrs. Dave, a superstitious dwarf armorer's apprentice. Dave, no F's, a dingy. That's not dingy, as I had said before. Not a dingy rat catcher, but rather a dingy rat catcher who has a 30% chance of getting out of here. We have 8 level 0 characters in this party. It's a party of 12 total. 8 level 0s, 4 level 1s. That's an average level of 0.3. Sable Phoenix just buffed Cedric Blackhand. Let's see. Sable Phoenix, thanks for this, Cedric Blackhand. Let me search for this. 662J. Wait. Oh, okay. Next cage. Okay, next cage. Okay, so next cage. Okay, so let's say I didn't see. Okay, so Sable has buffed somebody for the next cage. Okay, so I was about to say, where's Cedric Blackhand? I don't see him. Okay. Dingy Ratcatcher at 30% chance. Mrs. Dave, 80% chance with the superstitious dwarf armorer's apprentice Courtney very nicely. If you see people with a blue, their name in blue, that means they have some blessing of the fairy. We need 25 likes on this stream in order to get the blessing of the fairy. We need 25 likes. We don't have 25 likes yet, but it lasts for 24 hours. And so some people have some blessing of the fairy left since last time. All right. Let's fight. I mean, it's time to go. Let's fight. Bloodcage number 2. Let's fight. Okay, combat commands. You do not have to issue commands to your character. Your character will fight with balanced offense, defense, and movement. No necessary combat commands from you whatsoever at all. You can, however, issue additional commands. Bang AOA is one of them. That is all at attack. That increases your attack power, but your shields and dodge will be useless. AOA still respects engagement lock as well as zones of control. Optionally, you may add coordinates to move to that location first. If a monster is standing in that square, then it will be your target. So, for example, Bang AOA D4. You will move to square D4. If D4 contains a monster, that monster will be your target. Bang M. Bang M requires coordinates. Bang M space something like bang M space D1, because that is a move command. Moves your character to the coordinates, and that move command will persist until you arrive there. That character still gets its action as normal each turn. Bang AOD is all-out defense. You will sacrifice movement and attacks for additional defense. Bang Hold, your character will not move, but will attack monsters within range. If you have spells or missile weapons, your range is longer. Obviously, you can attack monsters within range. But if no action is taken and the character is later attacked, you will be treated as if you were on Bang AOD. Bang Run, that will retreat. That improves your chances of breaking an enemy's engagement lock. If the break falls, you will defend as if you were on AOD and will try to run again next turn. Add coordinates like e.g. run space A1 to move towards certain coordinates. Bang Fight. Fight is default. That cancels all previous orders and returns the character to autoplay mode. All coordinates, your characters, you can add coordinates and your character will move to that location if the square is empty, or attack the monster in that square until it is dead. For instance, Bang Fight D4, that will move you to D4, or if there's a monster in D4, you will target the monster in D4. Your character, you can send as many characters as you would like. But you will accept your character will accept the last order given and will execute it at the start of its next turn. Order stand until a new one. Not Thomas says, are there two melee ranges? I'm not sure exactly what you mean, but there are ranges of melee weapons. Melee weapons may have different ranges. Let's start. All right, 12 PCs to 15 monsters, only one White Ape. 12 PCs to 15 monsters, only one White Ape. Okay, Swanzo, Ragged Merchant's Guard, front line. Ms. Dave, a superstitious elf armor's apprentice, front line. Brad, Meat Shield, front line. Brianna, an anxious town militia, front line. Tabletop Scholar, a stiff sexton, second line. Courtney, very nicely, second line. Beswick, a blistered halfling farmer, second line. Okay, Dave, a dingy rat catcher, second line. Going to the third line, Not Thomas, orphan human child disguised as a halfling, third line. Charles, an overzealous fraudulent, third line. Echo, a malnourished friar, third line. Kyle, a fidgety cartographer's assistant, third line. All right, here we go. Overzealous flagellant. This is Charles moving toward Cave Imp. Going to attack Cave Imp. Not a bad idea. Cave Imps are fast. Puts 1 point of damage on Cave Imp. Needed more than that, but not a bad choice at all. Dingy Rat Catcher. Throws. This is a sling. Goes 2 points of damage to Cave Imp. Drops Cave Imp. Very nice, because Cave Imps are fast. Nice job. Let's see. Superstitious Dwarf Armor's Apprentice goes into Goblin Run. A Goblin number 1, 7 points of damage. Goblin lets out a final snarl and falls. Goblin Runt coming up to Charles, the overzealous flagellant. 3 points of damage, 1 turned aside, 2 taken as injury. 12 PCs still up to 13 monsters. Everybody's still up. Kyle is on an AOA looking for a target. Is he going to be able to target this ape? Yes. Fidgety cartographer's assistant is able to target this tall ape way in the back. 5 points of damage, major fire wound. Nice job, Kyle. Nice job. Very nicely done. Cave Imp. Now looking at Superstitious Dwarf. This is Mrs. Dave. A ward flares around the strike. 1 temporary HP spent, no wound. Cave Imp. Now going into Charles. Cave Imp coming into Charles. Only 1 point of damage, minor slashing wound from his talons. Okay, let's get up there and let's help them. Let's get up there and let's help them. Ratkin Mongrel now looking at an anxious town militia coming from way downtown. Ratkin Mongrels can move a lot. 2 points of damage, 1 turned aside, 1 taken as injury. Okay, Kobold Crawler comes toward an overzealous flagellant. Going to throw, Kobold Crawler throws a dart at the flagellant. 1 point of damage, minor piercing wound, and that is it. Cave Imp targets Superstitious Dwarf of Mrs. Dave. Cave Imp comes in on the Superstitious Dwarf Armor's Apprentice. 2 points of damage, a minor slashing wound. That takes its toll. Not dead, though. Orphan Human Child of Not Thomas comes in on Cave Imp's flank. Cave Imp number 4, please put it down. Yes, struck for 4 points of damage, moderate piercing wound. Orphan Human Cultist or Child puts down Cave Imp number 4. Blistering Halfling targets Ratkin Mongrel. Blistering Halfling Farmer goes critical hit against Ratkin Mongrel, gored for 7 points of damage, a tremendous piercing wound. The Ratkin Mongrel hits the stone and does not rise. White Ape targets Overzealous Flagellant. Coming in, going to throw Overzealous Flagellant. Oh my God! 7 points of damage. The boulder finds the vitals. Charles, an Overzealous Flagellant falls. Kobold Crawler targets Superstitious Dwarf Mrs. Dave. Going to throw at Mrs. Dave. Deflected. Nice job, Mrs. Dave. Pivot shield into the blow. The attack skates harmlessly aside. Nice job. It's 11 PCs to 11 monsters. Goblin now looking at this dwarf, also coming up into the Mrs. Dave, the flank of Mrs. Dave, coming in on the flank. Critical strike, no mercy. Oh my God, 9 points of damage from Goblin number 2's crude spear. Superstitious Dwarf Armor's Apprentice is put down. I am sorry, Mrs. Dave. I am sorry, Mrs. Dave. Zorn readies the archers. We are 10 PCs to 11 monsters. Gremlin moves toward the Orphan Human Child. Evaded. Nice work. Evaded. Not Thomas. No damage from Gremlin number 2. Slimeling. Now, Slimeling targets Orphan Human Child, not Thomas. Let's see. Coming in. Nothing going there. Meat Shield, Brad. Okay, Meat Shield, our hero. Going to look at this Goblin number 2. 4 points of damage. Puts down Goblin number 2. Nice job, Meat Shield. Brad Henry puts down Goblin number 2. Very nicely done. 10 PCs to 10 monsters. Ragged Merchant Guards. This is Swanzo. Comes down to target Cave Imp number 1. 1 point of damage, but that's all that's needed. Ragged Merchant's Guard. Nice job, Swanzo. Puts down Cave Imp number 1. 10 PCs to 9 monsters. Gremlin trying to come from way downtown to get to Ragged Merchant's Guard, but not going to be able to attack. Stiff Sexton, Tabletop Scholar, moves towards Slimeling. Stiff Sexton comes in, 4 points of damage, moderate bludgeoning wound with a mace to the Slimeling, splatters Slimeling number 2 and drops it to -1 hit point. Nice job. All right, Arrow Storm, 4 arrows. Ragged Merchant's Guard, Swanzo, you're going to take 1 point of damage, minor piercing wound. Obnoxious Town Militia, Brianna. Oh, you dodge. Stumbles backwards just fast enough. The arrow hits nothing. Fidgety Cartographer's Assistant. Swallowed by a protective ward. 1 temporary HP spent and nothing else. And then Malnourished Friar of Echo takes 2 points of damage, minor piercing wound. Okay, Slimeling. Now, Slimeling targets Ragged Merchant's guard. Slimeling comes up to Swanzo. Deflected! Deflected. The pseudopods do nothing. The pseudopods deflected by the small shield. Nothing going right there. Nice job. Malnourished Friar going into E4. Okay, moves up to E4 and chooses to target Gremlin. Malnourished Friar Echo put him down 3 points of damage. Nice job. Drops Gremlin number 1. Malnourished Friar comes in, drops Gremlin number 1. Nice job. Brianna Reynolds, Anxious Town Militia, going AOA to, was that G3? Was it G3? Don't know. Getting stopped by a Slimeling. Stopped mid-charge by the Slimeling. Put some hurt on the Slimeling with a long spear. Well, but doesn't. All 2 points of that is resisted. Okay, so no attack, right? No damage right there. Very nicely going M to D4. Might be able to throw a spell. We're going to see. Is it going to be a throw spell? No, stopped mid-charge, targeting the Gremlin here. Comes in with a long knife to Gremlin number 2. 5 points of damage. Very nicely level 1. Puts down Gremlin number 2. Nicely done. Nicely done. Zorn signals to ready the portcullis. Goblins are standing by the crank. Round 2. The initiative deck is reshuffled. We're at the top of the initiative deck. Meat Shield comes into Goblin Runt, doing what Meat Shield does. 5 points of damage. Nice job, Meat Shield. Brad Henry puts down Goblin Runt. Puts him down to -3 hit points. Drops Goblin Runt 10 PCs to 5. We have a White Ape right here. This White Ape is coming down to Brianna Reynolds, who's on an AOA. Anxious Town Militia's half helm cracks and sheds a near miss with death. An Anxious Town Militia is left staggered. Coming in again, White Ape comes in on the flank, takes 4 points of damage. Oh my God. And that drops an Anxious Town Militia. Brianna Reynolds, I am sorry. You have been crushed by the Ape's Fist. Dropped. Cave Imp targets Meat Shield. Cave Imp comes into Meat Shield. No damage, 1 stamina spent only. We are 9 PCs to 5 monsters. Fidgety Cartographer's Assistant targets White Ape. Come on, let's put him down. Put him down. Fidgety Cartographer's Assistant casts Firebolt at the ape. White Ape takes 3 points of damage. That drops. The White Ape drops dead. Blood pools beneath. Echo goes AOA. Echo is going AOA. Looks like it's going against the Slimeling. Echo, Malnourished Friar, going to 5 points of damage. Major bludgeoning wound with a staff. Beats Slimeling to death. Slimeling's going nowhere. Portcullis, Ratkin Abomination with 2 Ratkin Gore children. I guess you thought that was coming. 9 PCs now to 6 monsters. 1 Ratkin Abomination comes into very nicely. Come on, very nicely. Survive. Oh no! Critical hit. 12 points of damage. Oh my God. 1 turned aside. Oh my God. Very nicely is still alive. The body still breathes. The body still breathes. We have got to get very nicely out of here. Very nicely has saved Ratkin Gorechild, coming down to the dingy. I can't say that anymore. The dingy rat catcher, and that's the dingy rat catcher. Only 1 point of damage right there. 8 points of damage to 6. Ratkin Gorechild comes up the dingy rat catcher. The rat catcher evades. Okay, nothing going right there for the Gorechild. Orphan Human of Not Thomas. Put down. Underdog coming into Ratkin Abomination. Puts him for 4 points of damage. Moderate piercing wound. Right there. 8 PCs to 6 monsters. We have Kobold Crawler looking at Meat Shield. Brad Henry going to throw a dart into Meat Shield. Takes it on Borrowed Vigor, 1 temporary hit point only. Okay, this has gotten intense right here. This is an intense fight. 8 PCs to 6 monsters. Ragged Merchant, Swanzo. Swanzo comes into Ratkin Gorechild. with a short spear, 3 points of damage, moderate poison, piercing wound, not poison wound, piercing. Dingy Ratcatcher, going AOA. No, blistered halfling. This is Beswick going into Ratkin Gorechild. Put him down. Put him down. Ratkin Gorechild's flank impaled for 3 points of damage, moderate piercing wound. Blistered halfling farmer put down Ratkin Gorechild. Very nice job, Beswick. 8 PCs to 5 monsters who are alive. Stiff Sexton weaves virtue around Not Thomas. He gains 1 temporary hit point. Okay, gave some temporary hit points to our halfling there. Kobold Crawler targets Meat Shield. Meat Shield takes a Kobold Dart, only 1 point of damage, minor piercing wound. We are only on round 2, but this is intense. 8 PCs to 5 monsters. We are now going into round 3. The initiative deck reshuffles. Kobold Crawler looking at Malnourished Friar. 3 points of damage to the Malnourished Friar, moderate piercing wound. Down to only 1 hit point left. Kobold Crawler also now coming down to the Malnourished Friar. 2 points of damage, minor slashing wound. Oh, I'm sorry, Echo. Echo, your Malnourished Friar has dropped. Your Malnourished Friar has dropped. Cave Imp now looking at Meat Shield. It evaded. Jesus. That's all I have to say. Meat Shield evades. Now it's Meat Shield's turn, going fight to C3. Meat Shield targets Cave Imp. Meat Shield going to Cave Imp. 4 points of damage, moderate bludgeoning wound. Meat Shield puts Cave Imp number 3 down. Death placed the Cave Imp and fell-handed for Meat Shield. Nice job. Meat Shield continues to be our hero. Now, Orphan Human Child, the underdog, the Not Thomas coming into Ratkin Abomination. 2 points of damage, minor piercing wound. Ratkin Abomination targets Ragged Merchant's Guard. This is Swanzo. Pivots his shield into the path of the blow. The wood splits. Guard holds 1 of 2 durability remaining. Dingy Ratcatcher going AOD. Okay, going AOD. Ragged Merchant's Guard. This is Swanzo coming up here to Ratkin Abomination. 6 points of damage. Nice job, Swanzo. The Ragged Merchant's Guard. Swanzo puts down Ratkin Abomination. Nice job. 7 PCs to 3 monsters. The Stiff Sexton of Tabletop Scholar coming down to Ratkin Gorechild, a moderate bludgeoning wound. They might have 2 attacks, but it depends on the order in which things happen, Sable. Because you can't split attacks. I don't know exactly what happened, but you can't split move and attack. Blistering Halfling Farmer comes into 7 points of damage into Ratkin Gorechild. Fell-handed. Nice job, Beswick. Beswick is fell-handed. 7 PCs to 2 monsters. Can we put down these 2 kobolds? Fidgety Cartographer's Assistant looking at this Kobold Crawler coming in with a dagger. Yeah, 4 points of damage. A moderate piercing wound. So there you go. Kyle drops Kobold Crawler with a moderate piercing wound. We only have 1 more left, right? Round 4. The initiative deck reshuffles. Orphan Child comes down to Kobold Crawler. Put him down, Not Thomas. Put him down. 2 points of damage. That's all we needed. Nice job. Nice job. Victory. 15 XP each. All 8 survivors get 15 XP. Those who fell get 7. Nice job. Nice job. Crowd throws. Ragged Merchants, Swanzo, Merchant's Guard, 76. Battered Halfling, 42 coppers. Fidgety Cartographer's Assistant, 32. Orphan Human Child 29, Meat Shield 27, Stiff Sexton 15, Dingy Ratcatcher 14, for a total of 235 coppers thrown to everyone. Let's go to the winch room. Got two more fights tonight. Let's turn the winch. Okay. Everybody who pulled who pulled up. Yes. So everyone who was pulled up alive gets a blood drop. Nice job. Let's deploy the goblin medics. Brad, you're back up to full health. Ragged Merchant's Guard, no help there. Very nicely. A little bit of help. And that's it. Who gets promoted from level 0 to level 1? Dingy Ratcatcher, Dave, level 1 thief. Nice job. All of your wounds are washed away. A blistered halfling farmer, Beswick, level 1 halfling. Nice job. Fidgety cartography assistant, Kyle, level 1 mage. Nice job. Stiff Sexton, tabletop scholar, paladin, level 1. Nice work. Your wounds are washed away. Dave. That's what she said. Sword and dismiss. All right, let's do a gift the fairy. All right, so Sable Phoenix, Cedric Blackhand is coming in. We've got people who are present who have fought one time. If you have not fought, Mrs. Dave fought 2 times. We've got some people who fought 2 times. Let's do the gifts of the fairy. The fairy says, "Hero of the cage, you bled for Zorn in his cruel game, and though you did not break, your gear did. Here, take this. I found it for you. It might have the blood of one less fortunate still on it, but it was all I could find. Use it well to become the hero I know you can be." Sacred One. Bag of old copper coins, Brianna Reynolds, 10 copper coins. Downtrodden Pilgrim, 9 copper coins, the tabletop scholar. Fretful Squire, 8 copper coins. Merchant Guardian, 6 copper coins, Brianna Reynolds. Wall of Elf. Okay, Brianna Reynolds, 6 copper coins. Lucius, this is Corey, 77 copper coins. Bob the Blocker, this is Angel G, 66 copper coins. Prince Adrian, Access Your Inner Light, 64 copper coins. The Immortal Cleric, Dead Man, 44 copper coins. Rain-Soaked Torchbearer, Flying Dominion, 42 copper coins. The Red Bear Dwarf Armorer's Apprentice, a small shield to strap to your arm. All right, there we go. This says that I have 19 of 25. We need 25 likes in order to get the blessing of the fairy. If you are watching here and you've not hit the like button, we need you to hit it. Because even if you don't want to play, if you want to play, hit bang spawn, exclamation point spawn, like it's up there at the top of the screen. We have 2 more fights tonight. Hit that at the top of the screen. You'll be able to play. But even if you don't want to play, which I understand, if you're still watching, that's fine. It's no problem. Come on. Even if you are watching, hit the like button, and that will give everybody who is playing 1 temporary hit point. And as you've been watching, everybody needs as many hit points as we can possibly get. So please do hit that. Hit thumbs up, everybody. And then let's get to 25 likes. Let's do it. All right. So how are we doing right here? We have 2 more fights tonight. Cedric Blackhand, Sable Phoenix, you are VIP. You're going to be here. You got present but fought one time. Ben, Charles, Kyle, Echo, the Vulgar Unicorn, Brad Henry. You're going to be in 6, 7, and then people. So we have some people have fought 2 times. So then we're drawing from some people who have fought 2 times. Okay. All right. Let's fight. Let's fight. Let's fight. Let's fight. Let's do it. Let's go into the holding cell. You can see on screen, if you need to pause it, exactly how everybody is drafted, but I think everybody knows that by now. So let's draft. Sable Phoenix, Cedric Blackhand, level 1 Paladin. You are in and fully buffed. You are in, you are VIP'd, and you are fully buffed. We will fight here in about 2.5 minutes. If you would like to buff your characters, send in a super chat of $1.99 with the dog tag of the character you would like to buff. The dog tag is up here, like Sable Phoenix's Cedric Blackhand is 662J right up there. Send in the super chat. $6 puts that in. Now there we go. Gives you full access, gives you full buff. So Sable Phoenix, Cedric Blackhand, level 1 Paladin is in and fully buffed, as you can see. Echo, Lady Mai Balsic. Okay. Lady Mai, level 1 Paladin is in, well starred. Lady Mai of Echo has top 12% of ability scores. Charles, a blistering porter, you are in. Brad, Meat Shield is in again. Meat Shield is pressing some luck in order to just make it all out. Meat Shield is in. Brad Henry, level 1 Paladin, Meat Shield, you are in. I mean, look at this. Meat Shield, level number 1 in most kills, number 1 in fell-handed, number 2 in best defense. This is most damage dealt, number 3. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 MVP badges, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 blood drops. Meat Shield is clearly our hero. We got to get Meat Shield out of here. The Vulgar Unicorn, not so brave. Sir Robin, level 1 fighter, you are in. Kyle, Ali Caspleth, level 1 mage, you are in. Ben Davignon, the seasoned porter, you are in. Beswick Jacobi, you are in. Tabletop Scholar, Cobbled Poacher, you are in. Level 0, Brianna, Whittlesstown Watchman, you are in. Not Thomas, a Blinking Smuggler, you are in. Dave, a Beleaguered Acolyte, level 1, you are in. 10 seconds until we fight. But we have the odds makers coming through. We have 12 characters going in, 5 of which are level 0, 7 of which are level 1. We have an average level of 0.6. Total HP in the cage, 57. Average HP, 5. Sable Phoenix, Cedric Black, 71% chance of getting out. Echo, Lady Mai, 71% chance of getting out. Brad Henry, your Paladin, still 71% chance of getting out. The Vulgar Unicorn, 74%. Kyle, Ali, 82% chance of getting out. Ben Davignon, the seasoned porter, 22% chance. You are in the red. Beswick, 88% chance. Cobbled Porter, 24% chance. Not Thomas, 24% chance. Dave just put in a Beleaguered Acolyte right there for $4.99. Thank you very much, Dave, who had an 86% chance. Dave just put in the Beleaguered Acolyte of V9EN to give him +2 temporary hit points as well as +1 damage. Not Thomas at 24% chance of survival. Okay. All right. So it looks like that's where we are. That's where we are. Let me take a drink. Let's go in. 2 more fights tonight. This one and 1 more. Let me refresh the Bloodcage. Oh, combat commands. Do I need to read this? You do not have to send combat commands to your character. Combat commands. Your character will operate with balanced offense, defense, and movement. But if you'd like, you can go bang AOA, which means bang all-out attack. Write these things in the YouTube chat. That increases your attack power. Shields and dodge will be useless, but AOA still respects engagement lock as well as zone of control. Optionally, add coordinates to move to that location first. If a monster is standing on that square, it will become your target. So if you go bang AOA D4, we're talking about moving to D4 or targeting a monster on D4, depending on what's there. Bang M requires coordinates, moves your character to the coordinates and persists until arrival. That character still gets its action as normal on its turn. Bang AOD is all-out defense, sacrifices movement and attacks for additional defense. And you do not move if you go on AOD, but bang hold, character will not move but will attack monsters within range. Range meaning melee range, spell range, or missile weapon range, depending on what you have equipped. If no action is taken and the character is later attacked, you'll be treated as if you were on AOD. Bang run retreats, improves the chance of breaking an enemy's engagement locked. If a break fails, you will defend as if you were on AOD, and you'll try to run again next turn. Optionally, add coordinates to say, I want to run to that location. Bang fight cancels all previous orders and returns that character to autoplay mode. Optionally, all coordinates. Optionally, add coordinates, and your character will move to that location if the square is empty, or will attack the monster in that square until it is dead. For instance, e.g., bang spawn, fight, D4, move to D4, or attack the monster in D4 or whatever is there. You can send as many commands as you want, and your character will accept the last order given and will execute it at the top of its turn. Orders stand until you get a new one. Here we go. Oh my God. I got to get a video for that. All right, 12 PCs to 14 monsters, 2 of which are White Apes. Brad, Meat Shield, front line. Vulgar Unicorn, front line. We are now accepting combat orders. Send in combat orders for your character. They will execute them on their first turn, but the map tokens are on the table, so we are accepting combat orders. Vulgar Unicorn, Not So Brave Sir Robin, front line. Echo, Lady Mai, front line. Brianna, Witless Town Watchman, front line. Sable Phoenix, Cedric Blackhand, second line. Not Thomas, a Blinking Smuggler, second line. Tabletop Scholar, a Cobbled Poacher, second line. Beswick Jacobi, second line. Ben Davignon, an Unseasoned Porter, third line. Dave, a Beleaguered Acolyte, third line. Charles, a Blistered Porter, third line. Charles Ali Caspleth, third line. All right, here's to everybody. Let's start the fight. Blinking Smuggler, Not Thomas, wants to lead this off, moving toward a goblin. Not a bad idea. Comes up toward the goblin. Let's put him down. 2 points of damage, minor piercing wound. Blinking Smuggler puts 2 points of damage on the goblin. Cave Imp now looking at Blinking Smuggler. Let's see, on the flank, 1 point of damage only. That could have been much worse. Cave Imp comes into Blinking Smuggler's flank. Okay, Goblin. Now, Smuggler's taking a lot of attention here. Smuggler takes 2 points of damage, Not Thomas down to 1 of 4. Goblin also looking at Blinking Smuggler. Man, the monsters drew huge. 2 points of damage, minor piercing wound. Not Thomas has perished. All right. We are 11 PCs to 14 monsters. So Lady My Ballsack, comes up to Cave Imp 2, 5 points of damage, minor bludgeoning wound. Nice job dropping the foe there, the Cave Imp there. Blistered Porter of Charles comes up to Goblin number 1, puts 2 points of damage. Cobbled Porter goes into this Goblin over here. It's going to shoot with a short bow into Goblin number 1, puts 1 point of damage on the Goblin. The Goblin lets out a final snarl and falls. Nice job. Nice job. Gremlin goes to Lady Mai. Lady Mai opened for 1 point of damage, now down to 5 of 6. That was Echo. 11 PCs to 12 monsters. We have a Ratkin mongrel coming from way downtown, going to be able to attack. Snapping its jaws at Lady Mai. Deflected. Nice job. Deflected. Lady Mai deflects the attack. Not so brave Sir Robin goes AOA. Looking at Ratkin Mongrel, coming down to Ratkin Mongrel on the flank. Not so brave Sir Robin comes into Ratkin Mongrel, skewers him for 9 points of damage with the short spear, slays Ratkin Mongrel. Nice job. 11 PCs to 11 monsters. Cave Imp, those are fast. Cave Imp coming down to not so brave Sir Robin. Sir Vulgar, the Vulgar Unicorn. 1 temporary HP spent only. Meat Shield goes to M2. Meat Shield comes up to Goblin number 2, puts 4 points of damage with a Warhammer, the piercing end of a Warhammer on Goblin number 2. Nice job, Meat Shield. Goblin targets not so brave Sir Robin. Goblin number 4, 5 points of damage on Sir Robin. Whoa, that's rough with a crude spear, but not so brave Sir Robin is still up. Allie, this is Kyle, goes to AOA to D6. Looks at this goblin over here. Let's put some hurt on this goblin. Going to throw, I believe this is Acid Splash on this goblin. 3 points of damage, moderate acid wound. Nice job. Goblin number 4 drops. Thank you, Kyle. All right, we are at 11 PCs to 9 monsters. Kobold Crawler looking at Meat Shield. Probably going to throw a dart. Yes, throwing a dart into Meat Shield. Meat Shield takes no damage, 1 stamina wound, or 1 point of stamina damage only. Okay, Beleaguered Acolyte accepts an AOA. Going in AOA. Looking at Ratkin Mongrel. Oh, going from way downtown, casting Sacred Flame. Sacred Flame going into Ratkin Mongrel. 8 points of damage. Tremendous Radiant Wound. That's going to put Ratkin Mongrel down. That's going to put Ratkin Mongrel down right there. 11 PCs to 8 monsters. We have a White Ape. We're still on round 1. White Ape coming up to Meat Shield. Meat Shields can take some damage here. 3 points of damage, moderate bludgeoning wound. Then the White Ape is coming in again. His buckler splinters completely. Last sliver of wood whirls away. Defenseless now. Okay, we got to help him out. Unseasoned Porter goes a fight order. Looking at a fight order coming in with a club, I believe it is, to the Gremlin. 2 points of damage. Sam, we still have one more fight tonight. Zorn readies the archers. Volley is incoming. Volley is incoming with 11 PCs to 7 monsters. Goblin Runt comes into Not So Brave Robin. 4 points of damage. Oh no! Vulgar Unicorn. I am sorry. Everybody, F in the chat. F in the chat, everyone. F for the fallen. F for those who have fallen. Not So Brave Sir Robin, the level 1 fighter of the Vulgar Unicorn, victor of 2 blood cages, or veteran of 2 blood cages, has fallen. The Not So Brave Sir Robin has fallen. F in the chat. I am so sorry. F in the chat. Goblin now. Let's see. Goblin number 4 coming up to Blistered Porter. That didn't sound good. 8 points of damage. 2 turned aside. 6 taken as injury. Blistered Porter of Charles is alive, but laying on the floor. Alive, but laying on the cold stone floor. That's not going to help us for this fight, but maybe we can get him out. 4 arrows coming in. 4 arrows. Lady Mai. Oh, catches the arrow on the shield. Hollow thunk and nothing more. Nice job. Allie, this is Kyle. Going to take some damage, 1 temporary hit point spent and nothing more. Witless Town Watchman, Brianna, 1 temporary hit point spent, no injury. Beleaguered Acolyte comes in, parries the worst, no wound, 1 stamina point spent. Cedric Blackhand is on a fight order. Going to come up to this goblin that's here. We are now 9 PCs to something else. Cedric Blackhand puts 6 points of damage onto that goblin. The goblin's legs buckle and it's over. Black goblin blood goes everywhere. Nice job. 9 PCs to 6 monsters. Brianna goes a fight order. Coming up to Cave Imp. Cave Imp pierced for 2 points of damage, moderate piercing wound. Goblin stands by the crank. Jacoby. Okay, Beswick targeting White Ape. Going to go Firebolt at White Ape. Puts 2 points of damage, minor fire wound on the ape. Got 2 White Apes left. It is still round 1. This is still round 1. White Ape moves toward Meat Shield. Oh no, White Ape's gonna have to take a Meat Shield's gonna have to another White Ape. This is not good. 5 points of damage to Meat Shield, major bludgeoning wound. Meat Shield's wounds are horrific, but their defiance is absolute. Meat Shield is still standing up. White Ape comes again. Critical expert precision. Oh my god, 9 points of wound. Grievous. Oh my god, Meat Shield has perished. Meat Shield has perished. F in the chat. Everyone, please. F in the chat. F for the fallen, please. F in the chat. Meat Shield, the level 1 paladin of Brad Henry, has fallen. F in the chat. We may never see his like again. Meat Shield perished by being pummeled by 2 White Apes. Oh my god. That, yes. He took 2 double hits. He took 2 double hits and perished. He lost his shield and then took 2 double hits. 8 PCs to 5. Goblin Runt reels from 2 points of damage. Goblin Runt is taken down. All right, we have 8 PCs to 4 monsters. 8 to 4. Come on, let's put them down. Beswick goes M to D4. Looking, are you going to be able to cast a spell? Yes. Jacoby, this is Beswick casting brutal critical into the White Ape. 8 points of damage. That drops him completely. Nice job. Nice job, Beswick. White Ape falls completely. We are now going to be at 8 PC. Portcullis, Ratkin Gorestrider with Ratkin Gorechild coming through. I was afraid of that. 8 PCs to 5 monsters. Ratkin Gorestrider rather, coming into Cobble Poacher. 6 points of damage. That drops the Tabletop Scholar from behind. Ratkin Gorechild comes up to the beleaguered Acolyte. Critical hit, 7 points of damage, 1 turned aside, 6 taking his injury. That drops Dave. Oh my god. Okay. F in the chat once again. F in the chat. A beleaguered Acolyte, level 1 cleric. Dave has fallen, 6 points, minor slashing wound. This is a horrific fight right here. We have lost a tremendous number of people. We are now 6 to 5. We are 6 to 5. It is now a White Ape's turn. White Ape is coming up to Cedric Blackhand, throwing into Sable 4 points of damage, 2 turned aside, 2 taking his injury. All right, Unseasoned Porter going fight. Unseasoned Porter, no, going to weave virtue around Cedric. he is going to have one additional temporary hit point. Okay, so we have weaving our temporary hit point around Cedric. Witless Town Watchman going AOA to F1. Okay, trying to get there, may be intercepted by this goblin. Yes, is intercepted by the goblin. Going AOA to the goblin. Critical hit, 10 points of damage against goblin number 3. The goblin collapses and is dead. 6 PCs to 4 monsters. Cedric going AOA. Cedric is going AOA. So Cedric is going AOA against this White Ape that is right next to him. Cedric goes 12 points of damage. 12 points of damage. Cedric Blackhand puts White Ape number 1 down. Puts White Ape number 1 down. We are now to 6 PCs to 3 monsters. We do have a kobold crawler looking at, let's see, who is this? Throwing a dart at Brianna. 1 point of damage only. Lady Mai goes AOA, E1. No, Lady Mai comes up to Rat King Gorechild, put him down. Critical hit, 13 points of damage with a Warhammer, the piercing end of a Warhammer. Nice job, Lady Mai. Lady Mai puts down Rat King Gorechild. Nice job, nice job. We are 6 PCs to 2 monsters. Come on, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's see. Allie, look, is going to cast. What is this? Acid Splash? Yes, Acid Splash goes into Kobold Crawler. 4 points of damage, moderate acid wound. Kobold Crawler drops dead, blood pools beneath. Round 3, the initiative deck reshuffles. We're at the top. Rat King Gorestrider gets to go first. Goes towards Cedric Blackhand. Please, Cedric Blackhand takes 5 points of damage. 4 taking his injury. Cedric Blackhand spits blood and refuses to kneel. Cedric Blackhand is still up. Cedric is still up. Please, let's put him down. Please, let's put him down. Let's get out of here. Jacobi goes AOA. Please, Jacobi, looking at Ratkin Gorestrider, fires into Ratkin Gorestrider. Critical hit, 11 points of damage, a catastrophic fire wound. The Ratkin Gorestrider hits the stone and does not rise. Nice job, Jacobi. This is Beswick. 6 PCs survive. 1 is down. Victory. 5 souls walk out alive. 2 are hauled out unconscious. That's still very nicely done. That's still very nicely done. We lost Meat Shield, which is an incredible loss. But everyone gets 11 XP. 7 survivors share the spoils. And we'll get some copper coins, I believe. Jacobi, 61 coppers. Lady Mai, 39. Witless Town Watchman, 35. Ali Casplash, 33. An unseasoned porter, 21, for a total of 189 coppers thrown to everybody in the cavern. Yes, as Echo says, pour one out for the dead. The winch room. Let's go to the winch room and haul the dead and the living out. 1 blood drop for everyone who survived. Let's deploy the goblin medics. Cedric, a little bit of help. Lady Mai, no help. All right, promotions. Unseasoned porter, cleric level 1. Fairy's blessing, wounds washed away. Blistered porter, cleric level 1. Nice job, Charles. Echo wants to know, can we pull our coppers for raise the dead? It's take more than coppers to raise the dead. Witless Town Watchman, Brianna. Let's sort and dismiss. I need more time to work on stuff. 319 in the stable. I believe that's the case. We got one more fight tonight. Everybody. We got one more fight tonight. So if you're sitting here watching and you've not said something in the chat in the last 35 minutes, please say something else in the chat so that you will be able to play. But also, hey, hit the like button. So we have 21 out of 25. We need 25 likes. Right now, we are seeing 21 likes. As you can see, we need every single hit point we can possibly have. If we hit 25 likes, we will get the blessing of the fairy, and everyone will get +1 temporary hit point who is here in the tavern. And we need that. So please, please hit that. Sam, let's see. Sam, have you hit Bang Spawn? Sam, make sure you hit Bang Spawn. Exclamation point spawn. I'm looking at Sam. It's like Sam says, "Put me in, coach." Well, I'm happy to, but you got to have a character, and I'm not finding a character for you right now. So you need to hit exclamation point spawn. Hit exclamation point spawn, Sam. Or is there something else going on? I don't know. No. Sam, you need to hit exclamation point spawn. Exclamation point spawn. It's written at the top of the page. Hit exclamation point spawn, and then we will get you in. It says you have 2. You have 2. Okay, let's look over here. Stable. Let's look over here. Oh, Sam. Okay, you do have characters. So Sam, type Bang T all because your characters are in the stable. Your characters are in the stable exactly as Sable Phoenix is saying right here. You need to type Bang T space all because you do have living characters, but they're in the stable. You will not fight if you are in the stable. You must be in the tavern in order to fight. So exactly what Sable Phoenix is telling you. You type Bang T all, hit Bang T all, and that will move your characters over from the stable to the tavern. So Bang T all. Looks like you just did it. Sam Stapleton, all 2 of your stable characters have been marched to the tavern. There we go. That we got it figured out now. There you go. Now, there we go. So Sam now, yes, there we go. Sam has not fought tonight and has 2 characters, so one of them will be chosen to fight tonight. There we go. Sam, you are now in the tavern. Nice job. Okay, no problem. No problem. All right, we got 22 likes. Can we get to 25? We got 3 more likes. Is there anybody who's not hit the like button? Can we get the blessing of the fairy? Oh, Sable Phoenix has gifted a membership. Sable Phoenix has gifted a membership to Sam. So Sam, you are now a warrior of the Geekverse. That means you can now have 4 active characters at a time. So there you go. You know, instead of having 2, you can now have 4 at a time. You can now have 4 active members, and also you have draft priority once a month. So Sam, thank you very much, Sable. Sable gifted to Sam. You now have 4 characters that are allowed to be active at a time. All right. Anybody want to hit? We got 3 left. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to give you like 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I'm going to run. I'm going to grab some more water. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. If you have not hit the like button, we need 3 more likes to get to 25 likes. And this is our last fight of the night. We need 3 more likes. Please do hit the like button. Please hit the like button, and then we will fight. 2 minutes. All right. All right. All right. Everybody hit everything you like? Have I liked? It's a good question. Is it, if I like, does that count? That's a good question. Hang on. We'll see if it counts that. That's a great question. All right. Okay. Let's see. I'm seeing 23 of 25 up here. So 23. People are saying 23. Okay. VIPs, not Thomas. Orphan human child disguised as halfling will be going in. Vulgar unicorn. Blundar, the barbarian, will be going in. That's the vulgar unicorn. We have 3 people here who have fought 0 times. That's Sam, Brent, and TSL Frontman. You'll be going in. And then we will have Mrs. Dave, Ben, Kyle going in 2 times. Echo, Sable, Phoenix, Courtney, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then 1 person will be drawn from those who have fought 2 turns. Okay, so there we go. People are telling me that they see 25. People are saying me that they see 25. I see 24 out of 25 right here. I'll give just a few more seconds to see if we get to 25, because some people are saying that they see 25. I'm probably a little bit behind. Brandon says I see 24. Okay, so we're going to see. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on. We need 25. Let me refresh. I see 23. No, I just dropped. All right. I am not seeing it. Let me go over to I'll do it the old-fashioned way. So I want to know. If I do it the old-fashioned way and actually look at the YouTube video itself. I do it the old-fashioned way and actually look at the echo, of course. I get 24. All right, we need more. Dave says I see 25. Yeah, when I do it the old-fashioned way, this B up here tells me exactly what YouTube actually indicates right here. That's through its API. That's what YouTube is indicating right there. Sometimes I go through and I can look at it old-fashioned. That's what causes the old-fashioned way, but that's what causes the echo. All right. Well, I think we need to fight. Okay. All right. We don't have enough people. We haven't had enough people. We need more people. I'm working on trying to get us more people. I'm really trying to get us working on more people. Okay. I'm working on getting us more people. I am working on actually what I'm doing this afternoon is I was working on a new trailer that's about our combat commands to show to the people who have seen the previous trailer. Over 40,000 people have seen the previous trailer. We need them to come in and help us out. So I'm working on a new trailer to show those people that is about the combat commands. So yes, we need more people. And I'm working on it. So I'm working on everything I can do. Maybe in the next 48 hours, that trailer will be live. All right, let's go. Holding cell. Here we go. So, VIPs, then anyone who's new to the cage, then anyone who is present, and present is defined within have you spoken in the chat within the last 35 minutes. And then anybody who is present but has fought tonight, anybody who's fought 3 times will be behind those who have fought 2 times, etc., etc. So let's draft the party. So here we go. Not Thomas, orphan human, you are in level 1 halfling. The vulgar unicorn, Blundar the barbarian, a rare level 1 barbarian. You are in with 10 hit points. Sam Stapleton, a wanted cult initiate, level 0, you are in. Brent, a foolhardy woodsman, level 0, you are in. TSL frontman Slamwise Blamgy is in. We've got a lot of different blood drops. Look, Orphan Human disguised as a halfling has 2 blood drops. Blundar the Barbarian has also been through 2 blood cages, has 2 blood drops. TSL frontman has Slamwise Blamgy, specifically of TSL frontman, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blood drops, level 1 paladin. Echo, Sir Webble of Wobble Jr., okay, you are in 1 blood drop. Mrs. Dave, a stranded locksmith's apprentice, level 0, you are in. Ben Davignon, a penniless bandit, level 0. Sable Phoenix, a forsaken bandit. Kyle Skinflint, level 1 mage, you are in. Brianna, a tarnished pilgrim, you are in, level 0. Dave Sharina, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, level 1 mage. Very nicely done. Very nicely done. So we have 6 level 0 characters in this cage. We have 6 level 1 characters in this cage. Dave, thank you. Dave just buffed 9. Let's see. Oh, right there, down here. Dave just buffed Sharina, the level 1 mage, for +2 temporary hit points and +1 damage. Thank you very much. Not Thomas, 71% chance of getting out for Orphan Human. Vulgar Unicorn, Blundar, 91% chance of getting out. TSL frontman Slamwise Blamgy looking at 75% chance. Mrs. Dave, a stranded locksmith's apprentice, 28% chance of getting out. Not great. Sable Phoenix, Forsaken Bandit, 27% chance of getting out. Dave Sharina, 68% chance of getting out. Okay, so that's where we are. Final Bloodcage the 9th, then we will take a look at the leaderboards. One more fight tonight, then we'll take a look at the leaderboards and see how everybody is doing. All right, so here we go. Let's go to the Bloodcage. I don't think I need to go over the combat commands anymore. I think everybody here knows it. Bang AOA is all out attack. Mrs. Dave gave Sharina a gift on saves. So Sharina, Mrs. Dave gifted Dave all saves. So we got that. We got it. Yes. Thank you, Mrs. Dave. Thank you very much. Let's see. Bang move, bang AOD, bang hold, bang run, bang fight. If you need that, take a look at everything on the screen. I don't think I need to read it. I got to get a video to say all of that for me. All right, so I think everybody is here and knows what we're doing. Let's go to open the cage. All right. Front line, TSL frontman, Slamwise Blamgy, front line. Vulgar Unicorn, Blundar the Barbarian, front line. Not Thomas. Oh, we are short on fighter types. We have a halfling on the front line. Not Thomas. Orphan halfling child disguised as a halfling, front line. Sable Phoenix, Forsworn Bandit, front line. Brent, a foolhardy woodsman, second line. Mrs. Dave, stranded locksmith's apprentice, second line. We are now accepting combat commands. So we are now open, send your combat commands. Ben, penniless bandit, second line. Echo, Sir Weeble of Wobble, second line. Brianna, a tarnished pilgrim, third line. Sam Stapleton, a wanted cult initiate, third line. Kyle Skinflint, third line. Dave Sharina, third line. So there we go. We are 12 PCs to 14 monsters, only one of which is a White Ape. Only one of which is a White Ape. All right, let's start the fight. Here's to everybody. Here's to everybody. Let's start the fight. Okay, Goblin going first. Goblin going to Slamwise Blamgy first with a crude spear, 3 points of damage, 1 turned aside, 2 taken as injury. Then White Ape looks at Blundar the Barbarian. Probably going to throw at Blundar. Yes, White Ape throws a boulder, but the Barbarian's shield snaps and soaks it right there. Shield out of here, but no damage. Orphan Human Child goes to, this is not Thomas, going up to to Goblin number 5, 3 points of damage. Nice job. Nice job. Goblin goes down permanently. So we are now looking at 12 PCs to 13 monsters. Penniless Bandit going a fight to F4. Very interesting. Okay, so, Penniless Bandit's going right over on the hunt, going into Goblin number 3. 2 points of damage, minor bludgeoning wound, lands hard. 2 points of damage only. We got to help this person out. Goblin now comes into Penniless Bandit. Evaded. Nice job. Nice job. The Penniless Bandit evades Goblin 3's attack. Okay, Goblin now looking at Penniless Bandit. Okay, oh my God, 4 points of damage. Oh, I am sorry, Ben Davignon. Ben, I am sorry. Your Penniless Bandit has dropped and is dead. Cave Imp targets Forsworn Bandit. Cave Imp comes up. No target that he can get to. No target. 11 PCs to 13 monsters. Skinflint going AOA to B6. Moving toward a goblin. Let's see. Throwing poison spray. Skinflint comes in on the goblin's flank. Going poison spray. 5 points of damage. Goblin number 4. Death claims the goblin. Goblin number 4 drops. Cave Imp targets Skinflint. So Cave Imp coming from downtown looking at Skinflint. Doesn't make it. Not enough movement points. Kobold Crawler also looking at Skinflint, but this time can throw a dart. Kobold Crawler throws a dart at Skinflint. A puncture wound of 1 point of damage, and that is it. Foolhardy Woodsman targets Goblin. Foolhardy Woodsman with a hand axe comes into Goblin number 3 points of damage. That puts down Goblin number 3. Nice job right there. A Stranded Locksmith moves toward the Goblin. Stranded Locksmith moves toward Goblin number 2. 1 point of damage, minor slashing wound. Cave Imp targets Skinflint. Cave Imp targets Foolhardy Woodsman. This is the 4th battle. It's the last battle of the night. Foolhardy Woodsman does not take any physical injury. Slimeling targets Skinflint. Slimeling comes up to Skinflint. 4 points of damage. Drops Kyle. Oh, Skinflint crumbles. F in the chat. F for the fallen. F in the chat. Skinflint, level 1 mage of Kyle. You have fallen. 1 point of damage, minor piercing, and then a moderate bludgeoning wound. F in the chat. I am sorry about that. Slimeling targets Stranded Locksmith's Apprentice coming in with the pseudopods. Takes 1 stamina spent only. 10 PCs to 11 monsters. Let's see. Wanted Cult Initiate. This is Sam going on an AOA. Wants to get to this White Ape. Firing Chill Touch at the White Ape. The White Ape takes 6 points of damage. Major necrotic wound. The White Ape is staggered. White Ape cannot heal because the wound will not close. That's a necrotic wound. Not that we have a lot of healing apes right now, but Forsaken Bandit, Sable Phoenix going bang fight to E5, coming up into Slimeling with a club, 2 points of damage, minor bludgeoning wound, lands hard. Sir Weeble of Wobble, this is Echo going fight to F6. So Weeble of Wobble is on the hunt for Cave Imp number 2, 2 points of damage, minor bludgeoning wound. The Cave Imp hits the stone and does not run. Zorn readies the archers. A volley is incoming. Slamwise Blamgee, this is TSL frontman, goes M to E1, targeting a White Ape with a Warhammer. Puts the Warhammer against the White Ape. The opening is punished. 11 points of damage. Whoa. Slamwise Blamgee, living up to his name, 11 points of damage that he puts on that White Ape. That is incredible. Okay, drop the White Ape. We are now 10 PCs to 9 monsters. Blundar still in round 1. Blundar looking for a target, comes down to Slimeling. Slimeling takes 7 points of damage, 2 piercing wound, 5 taken as injury with a short spear. Slimeling, your ooze spreads all over the floor of the Bloodcage. 10 PCs to 8 monsters. Goblin now looking at Weeble of Wobble. Goblin number 6 comes in. Weeble of Wobble absorbs the impact. 1 stamina point spent only. You are still up. Nice job. Sharina goes AOA. Sharina is going on an AOA order, looking at perhaps this goblin down here, firing at the goblin. 6 points of damage, minor fire wound. Nice job, Sharina. Sharina puts down the goblin, collapses, and is dead. Arrow Storm, 5 arrows. 5 arrows. Okay, 5 arrows loosed from the goblins that were standing on top of the Bloodcage. Slamwise Blamgee takes 2 points of damage, 1 of 5. Slamwise is hurt badly. Foolhardy Woodsman takes 3 points of damage, down to 3 of 6. Also, that's a rather major wound. Stranded Locksmith's Apprentice takes a puncture wound of 2 points of damage. Mrs. Dave, perishes. A stranded Locksmith's Apprentice, Mrs. Dave, has perished. Blundar the Barbarian takes 2 points of damage, a minor piercing wound. Sharina takes 3 damage, 2 turned aside, and 1 is taken as injury, a minor piercing wound. That was a lot of damage from the Arrow Storm. Zorn signals to ready the portcullis. Where are we? 9 PCs to 7 monsters. Come on, let's put them down. Goblin number 1 comes into Slamwise Blamgee. That could have been bad, but it's deflected. Textbook deflection. Nice job. Nice job. Goblin now looking at Brent. Goblin number 2 comes into a foolhardy woodsman's flank. 3 points of damage. Oh, Brent is down. Down but not dead. A foolhardy woodsman is down but not dead. Let's see. Tarnished Pilgrim. This is Brianna. Goes fight order to H6. Don't know if you're going to be able to get to H6. No, intercepted by this goblin mid-charge right here. So instead, Tarnished Pilgrim's going to go to goblin number 2. 3 points of damage. Goblin number 2 drops. Where are we? This is getting intense. Portcullis, Ratkin, Gorechild lurks into the cage behind the heroes. Only a Ratkin Gorechild. Looks like Ratkin Gorechild is going into Sam Stapleton. Only 1 point of damage. That could have been bad. I know Sam is still in trouble, but only 1 point of damage there. Okay, Goblin Runt looking at Blundar the Barbarian. Blundar goes for 4 points of damage, a moderate piercing wound. Still up, 8 PCs to 7 monsters. We are now going to round 2. It's only round 2 right now. Blundar the Barbarian is being looked at by Kobold Crawler, who is throwing into Blundar. Struck for 1 point of damage, minor piercing wound right there. Come on, guys. Okay, Shatarina, still on an AOA? Yeah, still on an AOA. Is going to go to Ratkin Gorechild. Firebolt, 5 points of damage. Nice. Nice job, Dave. Sharina on an AOA steps up and puts down Ratkin Gorechild in a single hit. Very, very nice job, Sharina. Orphan goes into Goblin Runt. Put Goblin Runt down, please. Only takes 2 points of damage. Oh, hit for 1 point of damage. Orphan with a dagger is not able to put down the goblin runt. Okay, steps back. Let's see. Blundar, kill something for us. Kill something for us. Blundar is going to go into the goblin runt right next to him. 5 points of damage. Blundar does put down goblin runt. Okay, very nicely done. 8 PCs to 5 monsters. Last stand. Slamwise Blamgee coming into goblin number 1. 2 points of damage only. Come on, Slamwise. Oh my God. We need some help here. Cave Imp goes into Sir Weeble of Wobble. Sir Weeble of Wobble, 1 point of damage only. Oh my God. Come on. We got to get out of this. 8 PCs to 5 monsters. Weeble of Wobble, you are going a fight order. You are attacking the Cave Imp. Sir Weeble of Wobble comes into the Cave Imp. 2 points of damage, a minor bludgeoning wound. Sir Weeble of Wobble, that's Echo. Echo puts down Cave Imp number 1. So now we're 8 PCs to 4 monsters, but we are not out of the woods yet. Forsaken Bandit goes ME2. This is Sable. Comes up. Forsaken Bandit hit for 2 points of damage, minor bludgeoning wound. Forsaken Bandit, Cave Imp number 3 drops. We are now 8 PCs to 3 monsters. Brianna now weaves resistance around Blundar the Barbarian, will receive advantage on saves like death saves until the end. Okay, we got to get these barbarians out of here. It's true. Wanted cultist initiate. This is Sam going M to E2. Sam weaves Blade Ward, so he is warding himself. The next blow that will land against him will land at half force. Goblin now looking at oh my God, going into Slamwise. Slamwise Blamgee's buckler splinters completely. The last sliver of wood whirls away. Samwise Blamgee is still alive and still up. Slimeling targets Forsaken Bandit. Slimeling number 2, 3 points of damage, a moderate bludgeoning wound. And still up. Oh my God. We're going into round 3. Round 3. The initiative deck reshuffles. Let's put them down. Oh my God. Oh no. Goblin draws first into Slamwise Blamgee. Slamwise Blamgee takes 5 points of damage, major piercing wound. Oh my God. And drops. F in the chat. F for the fallen. F in the chat. Oh my God. Slamwise Blamgee, the level 1 paladin of TSL frontman, who is the victor of veteran of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blood cages. Oh my God, TSL frontman, I am so sorry. Samwise Blamgee has died. I am sorry. I am sorry. F in the chat if you are watching. Orphan Human comes up to Kobold Crawler, attacking Kobold Crawler. Coming in, 4 points of damage, a moderate slashing wound. The Kobold Crawler's body goes limp and it is finished. 7 PCs up to 2 monsters. Sir Weeble of Wobble going AOA. Sir Weeble of Wobble going AOA. Looking at this Slimeling right here. Comes in. 5 points of damage, major bludgeoning wound. Sir Weeble of Wobble drops Slimeling. Fell-handed. Nice job, Sir Weeble of Wobble. Sam, wanted cult initiate, going AOA. Looking at this goblin right next to him, coming in. Looks like with a long knife. Just went with the knife work right now. 4 points of damage to the long knife. Goblin number 1 drops. Victory. 7 souls walk out alive. 1 holdout unconscious. The crowd roars for the living. 7 walk out alive. 1 holdout unconscious. 8 XP. 8 survivors share 8 XP each for the 4 who fell. I mean, 8 did get out alive, but 4 fell, and that was extremely bitter. Yes, the crowd throws coppers to their favorites. Blundar the Barbarian, 29 coppers. Sharina, 25. Orphan Human Child 24, Cerebral of Wobble 23, Wanted Cult Initiate 20, Forsaken Bandit 14, Tarnished Pilgrim 12, for a total of 147 coppers thrown. All right, let's go to we'll do the winch room, and then we will go to the leaderboard and see how the leaderboard is shaping up. Sir Weevil of Wobble, no effect. Blundar the Barbarian, plus 1 HP. Okay, another HP. Nice job, Blundar. Okay, Sharina, a little bit of help from the Goblin Medics. Okay, there we go. So who gets promoted? Okay, Wanted Cult Initiate, Mage, level 1. You got it, Sam. And your health points are completely restored. Foolhardy Woodsman, Ranger, level 1. Nice job, Brent. Level 1. You made it. Free healing. The only free healing is level 0 to level 1. Cleric, level 1. Tarnished Pilgrim. Nice job. Forsaken Bandit, Sable Phoenix, get a level 1 Thief. Fairy's Blessing, your wounds wash away. All right, let's sort and dismiss. Okay. The infirmary, 28 patients are in the infirmary. Very nicely, is very much damaged. The stable, okay, these are people who are in the stable and will not be able to be drawn for fighting. You have to be in the tavern to fight. We've talked about that. All right, let's go to the leaderboard. Most kills. Most kills. Let's see what's the most kills. Cedric Blackhand got 2 kills tonight, moving up 2 spaces, has 18 total kills, tied at number 8. Dorley Borskitz dropped 1 to slot number 9, tied at number 9. Sir Victor Argyle got 4 kills tonight, moving up 4 slots, 17 total kills, tied at 9. Let's see. Bongaroo Bay Biscuits got 2 kills. That moves up 6 slots to be tied at number 14 for 12 kills. Samwise Blamgee, who unfortunately perished, got 1 kill tonight, moving up to 15. Sharina shows up at the top 25 for the first time. Sharina with 11 kills, tied at number 20. Nice job. Nice job. Cage MVPs. Okay, so unfortunately, Meat Shield has fallen. I mean, that was the major thing of tonight. That was the major thing of tonight. Sir Victor Argyle, you are now our highest living character, Sable Phoenix, with 2 Cage MVPs. So so you are the highest. You have 2 Cage MVPs, and you are the highest living character, the character with the highest number of Cage MVPs, Sir Victor Argyle. You have been through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cages, and been VIP twice. So nice job, Victor Argyle. Nobody else, no additional right there. Well, Meat Shield is the most legendary hero I've ever witnessed. Boars was also amazing. We've had some amazing heroes in here. You can only last for so long. Boss Slayer. Boss Slayer is a boss monster, a major. I need to change this so it's not major Boss Slayer, because boss, I don't like boss because it sounds like a video game thing, like a boss monster. Major monsters. Major monsters are everybody who has who comes through the portcullis or the White Apes. But I am working on more major monsters now. So shortly we'll have more major monsters. But that's what that means. Cedric Blackhand of Sable Phoenix killed 1 tonight, goes up 1 slot. Cedric Blackhand has killed 8 major monsters. You are now tied at number 1, and you are the only one who is living. Bongaroo Bay Biscuits killed 1 tonight at 6. Now it tied at number 4. Nice job. Sharina killed 1 major monster tonight. 6. who has been slain, now also tied at number 4. Sir Victor Argyle of Sable Phoenix has killed 5 major monsters, tied at number 9, first time on the top 25. Nice job. Okay, damage dealer, who has dealt the most damage? Meat Shield did 17 points of damage tonight, is now at number 3, but Victor Argyle, Sable Phoenix, has done 158 points of damage in his career. This is the most damage you've dealt across your career. Did 38 points of damage tonight, moving up 4 slots. Now, number 4. Nice job, Victor Argyle. Cedric Blackhand, also Sable Phoenix, did 18 points of damage, 150 total, number 6. Then Bongaroo Bay Biscuits did 13 points of damage tonight, moved up 1 slot from 12 to 13 with 103. Samwise Blamgee plus 13 to plus 2. Let's see right there. Most bruised, Bongaroo Bay Biscuits. Bongaroo Bay Biscuits, you have taken 40 points of damage, but you are still alive. Courtney, Bongaroo Bay Biscuits, you have taken 40 points of damage, but you are still alive. You took 4 points of damage tonight, moved you up 3 slots. You are now tied at number 1 with Drunken Hilbo Higgins, who has perished. Meat Shield has taken 39 points of damage, now number 3, but has perished. Let's see. So, very nicely, Courtney has taken 33 points of damage. And you are now at number 8. Samwise Blamgee took 32 points of damage, perished at number 9. Sir Victor Argyle, you took 4 points of damage tonight for 31 total. You moved up 2 slots. You're now tied at number 12. You've taken 31 points of damage total across your career. Cedric Blackhand, Sable Phoenix, 25 points of damage. Biggest hit, I think the biggest hit that we saw tonight was 12. I really think that was the case. So yeah, nobody advanced on the biggest hit tonight. Most XP. Okay, Murdalf remains. John Murdalf remains our highest living XP. Meat Shield got 20 XP tonight to 110, but died. Victor Argyle, Sable Phoenix, got 16. Moved up 4 slots to number 7, 107. Oh, Cedric Blackhand got 11. Cedric Blackhand is at 92. Bongaroo Bay Biscuits now has 88 experience points. This is Courtney, now at number 16. Okay, all right. The wealthiest, Dorley Bay Borskets. Dorley Borskets has 344. That is our wealthiest character right now. Stand by for things to buy with your coppers, but stand by. Meat Shield had 320 coppers when he died. Cedric Blackhand is number 3 with 313. Bongaroo Bay Biscuits got 56 coppers tonight, 293 at number 4. Okay, Sharina got 25 coppers tonight, moving Sharina up 8 slots to number 9 with 156 copper coins. Nice job. Lady May has 94 copper coins showing up for the first time. Oh, look, at the first time at the top 25, as well as a Ragged Merchant's Guard. This is Swanzo. You got 105 coppers. Blundar the Barbarian has 93 coppers. Okay, all right. CSL Frontman says going to buy so many shields. Do it. As soon as I have that ready, we'll do it. Most blood drops. Most living. Bongaroo Bay Biscuits, Cedric Blackhand, and Dorley Borskets all have 9 blood drops. They have survived 9 blood cages. They are all now tied at number 4. Drunken Kilbo Haggins at 4. The Chosen One at also at 4 for 9. So we have, the 10 is the most that we have ever seen. 10 is the most that we have ever seen. But we have Bongaroo Bay Biscuits, Cedric Blackhand, and Dorley Borskets, all who have 9 blood drops right there. Yeah, the 10 blood drop, no one has ever passed 10. 10 is a hard line. We have had people with 10, but no one has ever passed 10. That is a hard line to cross. So there we go. That's true. Sir Victor Argyle got 1. You're now at 8. You increased 3 slots to number 9, tied to number 9, as well as very nicely you have 8. I mean, this is all extremely respectable. Extremely respectable. Very nicely is also tied at number 9. Sharina has 6 blood drops showing up for the first time to the top 25. Number 18 with 6. I mean, that's all. I mean, this is a very difficult top 25 to get into. Most blood drops, you have to have at least 6. And plus, there are 2 more at the time. I mean, you have to have at least 6 blood drops to get in the top 25. Anybody who gets 4 blood drops, I mean, is extremely respectable. This is just the top 25. Best defense. Meat Shield tied Boars. Meat Shield got 2 perfect defenses and tied Boars, but both are dead. Moses Lack, 18. Sir Victor Argyle, 3 perfect defenses tonight. You came up 3 slots. You are now at number 16. Slamwise Lamg came up 2 perfect defenses, but has perished. 6. Dorley Borskets, yeah, you're number 8. You're still alive. Woo! Fell-handed. Meat Shield. Meat Shield is now our most, the character who has gotten the most fell-handed awards, but has perished. Bronan, not Bronan, but Bronan has 3. So that's our most living character who's gotten the most number of fell-handed. Sir Victor Argyle, Sable Phoenix, +1. You have 3 fell-handed. You are now at number 6. All right. And well, Sir Weeble of Wobble has 2 showing up on the top 25 for the first time. So there we go. Let's wrap up the show. New champions. So Meat Shield, Brad Henry on top killers. There we go. Boss Slayers, Cedric Blackhand, Bongaroo Bay Biscuits. Bongaroo Bay Biscuits, that's the bloodiest survivors, taking the most damage. Most blood drops, Meat Shield. And then also Meat Shield on greatest defenders. But here we go. Let's drink to the fallen. Here, let's drink the fallen. Everybody. Meat Shield, Brad Henry, Slamwise Blamg, TSL Frontman, Not So Brave Sir Robin, Skinflint Kyle, a beleaguered acolyte Dave, a cobbled poacher, a tabletop scholar, I Give You a Stab Ben, a reluctant torchbearer Mrs. Dave, an overconfident temple initiate tabletop scholar, a jittery burglar Dave, a superstitious dwarf armorer's apprentice Mrs. Dave, an anxious town militia Brianna, an overzealous flagellant, a warped locksmith's apprentice Brianna, a stranded locksmith's apprentice Mrs. Dave, a blinking smuggler, a penniless bandit F in the chat for them all. I am typing that now. F in the chat for the fallen, for every one of them. F in the chat for them all. Warriors of the Knights are Victor Argyle, Sable Phoenix, 4 kills. Meat Shield, Brad Henry, 4 kills. Orphan Human Child, 4 kills. Of Not Thomas. Sir Weeble of Wobble, Echo, 3 kills. Swanzo, 3 kills. Most damage tonight, Sir Victor Argyle, Sable Phoenix, you did 38 points of damage tonight. Jacoby, this is Beswick, you did 30 points of damage tonight. Orphan Human Child, Not Thomas, 28 points of damage. A Stiff City Guard, 27 points of damage. Swanzo, 21 points of damage. We're going to skip all of that because it's not right. But then Blow of the Night, 14. A Stiff City Guard, this is Robert J. Romano. Nice job, Romano. Robert, you did, with the Stiff City Guard, 14 points of damage, critical damage with a Halberd 2 Goblin number 2. That is Blow of the Night. Thank you, everybody who has been here with me tonight. Thank you so much for playing with me. I got so much more stuff I got to do. I got so much more stuff I want to do because I want to add more stuff to this game. But thank you all who were here with me tonight. I really appreciate it. Thank you so, so much. I had a great time. Thank you so much for being here with me. I love being here to play Zorn's Dungeon with you as many nights of the week as I can possibly do it. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. Go forth. Be creative. I will see you tomorrow night. Love you guys. Later.